Welcome to the KNX expedition. Welcome to the Startup Summit 2025. I'm not here alone today. I have a great team of guest speakers and startups together with me. And we want to bring you through this journey, through this expedition to the pole of innovation of the KNX technology. This adventure started 3 years ago, and we have incredible stories to share with you. But speaking about innovation and speaking about expeditions, I'd like to share with you my favorite story about expeditions. So let's break this ice with this story, um, where took place in the Antarctic continent. As you can see, someone decided to cross this on foot at the beginning of the 20th century. So Ernest Shackleton, this gentleman that you can see here on the screen, decided to do this for the first time in history, which is very much related to startups. Startups are always doing things for the first time. So in 1915, the boat that was taking them to the Antarctic continent unfortunately got trapped in the ice. The actual ocean close to the Antarctic Sea gets frozen, and their boat got trapped in there and actually got crushed and sank. So what a bad luck! But Ernest Shackleton didn't give up, which is one of the skills that define entrepreneurs and startups. So he decided that his mission changed. He couldn't anymore do what he set foot to do, but now his mission was to save his whole crew. So he himself and five more men took a small boat, took it to the edge of the ice, that little boat you can see over there, and they navigated 1,200 kilometers with that little boat in the roughest sea ocean that you can think of, which is also something that startups do on a daily basis. They navigate very rough seas and oceans, but still, they are small, but they are mighty, and they have a mission. So the um, this is actually the map of their journey from where the Endurance, the boat, was caught, uh, till the edge of the ice, and then going to South Georgia, that island that looks maybe big here, but just imagine if you are navigating that ocean by yourself, how that could look. So they made it there because they knew there were settlements, fishermen settlements, and they still had to cross on foot the island for 1.5 days until they managed to get someone to help them to send a big boat to rescue the men. Fortunately, 1 year later, all men, the whole crew, was alive and safe. So this is a great story that reflects the values of startups and entrepreneurship. Now, you may think how this man, Ernest Shackleton, got people to go together with him in this journey. And this is probably one of the most famous, um, one of the most famous ads in history. Men wanted for hazardous journey, low wages, bitter cold, long hours of complete darkness, safe return doubtful, Honor and recognition in case of success. Apply Ernest Shackleton in London. So he had a crazy idea, like many of you, they have a crazy idea, and you bring people on board, even well knowing that success is difficult. But you have the spirit, you have the value, you have the idea, you have the power, and you go for it. So this is what we have experienced these 3 years with the Startup Incubator, with the incredible startups that have onboarded. We've seen this every single day. So we are on an expedition to the innovation pole of the KNX technology, where startups are shaping the future for smart homes, smart buildings, and we help them, we'll grow them, we nurture them in our community. Now, where are we today? After 3 years, we started with IoT, but we are all aware of what's coming, artificial intelligence. It's coming, it's actually showing its leg a little bit, and we already see things. Today, we have a pitch competition with 5 startups that are already tinkering and playing and working with AI. So, this concept is becoming really important. AI plus IoT. Last month, I went to the heart of Silicon Valley to the IoT Tech Expo. It's an event that we've participated for 3 years in a row. And we were delivering a presentation about this very same topic, IoT, how IoT supports AI. Almost at the same time, a very important announcement was made to the world in the AI industry. Is that picture you can see there? Maybe you've seen it. Sam Altman, OpenAI, announcing the acquisition of IO, a hardware company, for 6.5 billion US dollars. So this is it's a great message, a great signal. It's sending a message to the industry that AI cannot be contained on our browsers anymore. AI meets hardware. And this is the ultimate combination that we foresee in the future of smart homes and smart buildings. AI meets hardware. IoT is the foundation for AI applications. So, fortunately, we are going to count on great speakers today. We have stories with our community, and we are unveiling something great regarding AI in our ecosystem. But just before we do that, we would like to hear the stories from our startups, from our community members of the Startup Incubator, who have been with us in this expedition for 3 years already. Our incubator has grown beautifully, and we count today on 17 startups, but we are supported by service providers. There are companies providing services with great discounts to our startups. We have partners, technology partners that help us amplify our message. And we have sponsors, companies that have provided equipment so that our startups can get access to very good equipment without spending money. Overall, a package worth more than 10,000 euro for every startup that we provide to them to accelerate their success. One of those success stories that I bring here today involves several of the companies that are part of our incubator. A-Touch, one of our startups in Portugal, has been among the first companies developing and registering for certification a KNX IoT device. For that, they have cooperated with Cascoda, which is a service provider of our startup incubator. So they had access to consulting how to migrate a twisted pair device into IoT. And this picture you see here is the first certification outside the KNX Association of an IoT device, which took place at Futurasmus, another service provider of our startup incubator. So we have great stories of how our startups have contributed to the ecosystem, but more importantly, how our incubator is supporting each other. There is a sense of community and support. And above all, there is commitment. And that's what we are looking forward to nurture in the future with more startups. We've been lucky to take with us the startup incubator to incredible places. And one of those incredible places is the biggest startup show in the world, the Consumers Electronics Show in Las Vegas, the CES. This picture that you can see here is our dining table after an incredible first day at the CES Las Vegas with the startups that came with us to that mission, to that expedition. And the person that you see on the left top with a black shirt is Marek Koslak, one of the first startups joining the incubator, who today is joining for the last time in an event of the startup community because his startup now is grown up, has secured good investments, and they are now flying as a KNX member. So I would like to welcome Marek to the stage so that he can share his story with us today. So I'm going to bring Marek to the screen. Hi, Marek. How are you doing?
Hello, Jesus. Hello, everyone. It's great to be here. It's a little bit sad when you're saying it's the last time, but that's true. It's the last time on the startup stage, but now it's time to become a full KNX member and start working and talking about the business, and not just the ideas and concepts and what we would like to do and how we would like to change the world.
Yes, yes. And plus, we have had some fun in events like CS Las Vegas or ISC in Barcelona, right?
Oh yes, we did, but it was also hard work, to make it happen actually, and to be in the place that we are right now. So hard work, but in a great community and great partnership.
Play hard and work hard. I'm gonna bring your screen now, and I'm gonna remove myself. So yeah, looking forward to hear your story. In our incubator.
Okay,
All yours.
so my presentation will not be, I hope, boring PowerPoint slide, but it's going to be talking a little bit how this journey with KNX was looking for the last 3 years and where we are today as the startup. Maybe you can learn something from our experience, ask questions, how we did it and what we would like to advise you. But for that, I guess that you can get contacts to me personally, and I'm much more open to talk with any interested in joining the KNX Startup Incubators for the future. So just write me or call me. That's fine to contact me directly. So this presentation is about the story, how it started and what we did together. So let's see how this journey between the KNX and the first startup joining the incubator program started. So first, let me tell you who we are and what we are doing. And I was promising not to be and giving the boring PowerPoint presentations, but that's mostly visual. So our main mission was to bring a little bit more visualizations towards the KNX community and bring some kind of the digital twin approach where we wanted to resign from the boring interfaces to the mapping of the buttons on your dashboards and bring it into the 3D environment where IoT, which all of us know very much, the IoT world is enriched with additional data like asset management, like facility management, which is bringing along the same facility, not 5, 10 different systems to operate that ecosystem in a building, asset management system in a building, another sensors, cameras or whatsoever, but bring everything into the digital twin. And how we are doing this? I think that this movie will present you this best. So in the first step, we brought on board to this KNX ecosystem a 3D partners, like scanning devices, like this one, which is coming from Matterport or Navis, which means that getting into the building, we are able to digitize how the building looks like in just a couple of minutes. And then maybe I'm just extrapolating, but maybe like a 1 hours. And the next following day, bring all of IoT sensors, connectors, building automation system, BMS data into the living spaces to get exactly this experience as you can see on the screen at this moment. So all of the sensors in the real XYZ position of the building, everything which was supposed to be very drag and drop and easy in use for both operator but also for the installer. So exchanging 2D boring dashboards into those dashboards into the 3D space, where of course you can always use a shortcut on your maps where are the locations placed, but everything then is going to the XYZ location of scanned data, which you can do in just hours with special scanners or just 360 cameras, where this factory, for example, can be captured in the next couple of hours, just going, making picture, and then software combines together. And then what is our startup innovation to the market is that not just visualization, which you were doing already with your customers, making a 3D models, but also bringing more data like asset management, like scheduling events, like calendar, solving problems, ticketing systems, which is meaning that BMS now becomes on your customer side through the website available for anybody, not just the building automation or the engineer, but anybody who can play with the internet browser. And that was basically what was our project and our concept. And that started in 2020. So we joined as the KNX association partner in November 2020. And actually, I'm sorry, that was September when we joined the association of KNX. And then just a couple of months later, we decided to become the first KNX Startup Incubator partner. That was November 2020. And then the story begins. And that means is that we were just in our garage doors, cooking the technology, making all of this happen and making this possible. And once we had the first results, that was already announced through the KNX partnership program, and including the CEO of KNX, we were on the stage. There was hundreds of companies within the KNX association, and we as the startup who's got just fresh product, we are already on those big stages with the president of the KNX. For us, when we were building the credibility of the company, I could not imagine something better than just those kind of the presentation, which you can usually see on those big Apple or Microsoft presentations in the world. And now we, couple of the people company, are the next on the same stage talking how we want to change the world. And that means is that not only those presentations, but then we were the part of already the big event, ISE 2022, when we announced our product. That was going very wide, not only being on the stage the same year, but also being in the brochures, being in the catalogs, and of course, joining all of the events. So we started, came out in the startup program as the ready product around 2022 during the IoT Solution World Congress, where we have a speech on another big stage. And we were joining the first event with KNX. Besides that, there was already some parallel programs which we benefit in the past, and we went also introduced to the US market with another program that I guess that Jesus can give you a little bit more information, and joined the IoT, where we have 3 intense months of weekly meetings with experts from the US market and the advisory boards of the big companies, which are actually helping us to shape our product with their own knowledge and the market connections. Really great really good experience, and that was also a big step for us. Once that happened, and we were just put it in front of the KNX community with many other means of the presentation. And there was a lot of the webinars, events. There was placing us on the official website. There was pushing us through the brochures of the KNX, but most of all the webinars, which were gathering the community and making engage with the actually real problems that we could help solving, and the real customers which were actually asking us for specific features. And of course, through all of those years from 2022, when we were ready and the startup incubator at KNX were just working much more on a daily basis, then we were through many of the events as I would say even as the mandatory part through the startup zone within the KNX. So that was traveling through with KNX through all over the world, from Spain and Barcelona to Germany, Frankfurt. That was Dubai, and as I could see myself on this great picture from this really tasty dinner in Las Vegas, also the CES in Las Vegas. And that means not only being part of it, but we are also helping to digitize those events. So if you were on the KNX website, you could see our products already within the KNX booth, which were pretty much working as the virtual digital twin experience of those events. But speeding up a little bit is that we did a lot of within being pushed in front of the customers and in front of the community, but that also is being introduced to the KNX association. So we work with a couple of the KNX from different countries, from Poland, from Germany. We were even introduced to join the Japan experience, the Japan KNX association, presenting ourselves to the local communities there, which make the awareness of the market about actually existing of us. And that was great. But what that actually brought to us, that was, I think, the most important for all of the startups that would like to join you and join this community, where, first of all, that helped us to create connections. Connections, not only the money related, but also business oriented and the opportunity oriented. And for us, the two biggest ones were start working with the Schneider Electric, which everybody knows, and is a top niche partner to work with, and learn the ecosystem and the environment from them. So we did a lot of engineering together with Schneider Electric to make us compatible with that technology. But also we met another partners, much more smaller, which were also pretty beneficial for us, like NetX Automation. So those two partners are the most valuable results for being in the incubator zone with those hundreds of the companies working together. And as you might expect, with the big ones, it's a great story to have them as the partner, because the logo, the credibility is the most important one, but the pace of working with those companies is a little bit slow. Sometimes it takes months and years to bring the product to the market, but that gives you opening of the much more bigger doors. And I will tell you this in a later. But on the other hand, the smaller ones, like the NetX Automation that most of you might know, is, I think, the most valuable partnership through all of the KNX Incubator and Association program, because that's actually our gateway to the customers. And working with the smaller ones, if I can advise to any startups, this is the key. Get the other ones which are already long on the market, with which can act fast. And for us, making a gateway to the KNX community through the NetX server, that was like door opening, and we already did some pilots with them, and now waiting for the implementation with the much more serious installation within the companies from Saudi Arabia, from Colombia, where we talk about the airports, we talk about the factories, and this is actually the way to go. And I strongly consider to secure the big ones, because you need to have them, you need to learn the industry from them, but focus also on the small ones that can actually elevate you much more faster to the market. And as I said, what it gave us, those 3 years of being exposed to the market, is visibility and credibility, which is the most important thing. So Schneider Electric, KNX, this is where actually makes people interested in you when you are talking about those words. And that actually helped us as the Simlab to do our major goal, secure financing. And last year, like before the summer, we got the investment that was a couple of millions of euros, so pretty decent investment ticket from Carpathian Partners. This is the VC fund from London and Miami, and that's our success. So building the credibility through the association, we were able to prove that we are ready to go to the market. We are ready to do the next steps. And why I'm saying ready to go to the market? Because for that you need the money, and the investor money was for us the best options to do it. So today, after releasing the product, because as I said, we joined as the startup, we were cooking our technology, we were learning from each other. 2024, we released the product. And since that moment, we are building our awareness through the community. And up till now, our success is that we have 2,380 users registered for today. I just made this data from today. We have over 2,064 projects running with our technology with 22 resellers. If you're going to ask if you are successful with those number of users, I would say yes and no, because still as the startup, we are building the community. We want not to be in 2,000, but 50,000 of the users. So most of those users are actually free of charge. That's how the startups are needed to balance the cash situation versus the building the awareness and getting to the market. So we put it on the second path, and so most of those users are our kind of the pilot projects, customers from the small ones to really big ones, and that also allowed us growing so fast and getting this community with people just registering to our services, get partnerships like KNX, NetX, Schneider. We are right now working also with the Smart Things and the Homey, and that of course brought us what we wanted the most: alignment with additional big players on the market. So being the KNX Startup Partner, which you see the step number 2, allowed us to bring the alignment with the multi-billion-dollar companies from the digitalization sector, like Matterport, a partner from the construction sector, which is the Procore, IBM Maximo from the asset management and facility management, and Navis from digitalization as well. And that would not be possible if we would be the company from 2021, garage company trying to change the world. With KNX bringing us to the stage, we were able to do it. We were able to get the investor and now set up the strategic partnership. So that was our story, and that allowed us to build a product which is ready to the implementation right now, both for technicians and for the KNX users. And how to do it? It's very easy. We are working with the biggest digitalization partners, which are building those digital twin cameras. So capturing the space is just hours, and then you just need to create an account, add your space, which you just created in those hours, and then get connected through Schneider Electric Wiser for KNX, or through the NetX server, where you just set up your account, log into your devices, get your structure of the project, and then just imported this to our ecosystem with a simple drag and drop. We are able to create any building, any project in just hours. And that's what we did through all of this KNX Incubator program, which allow us to build the product, build the partnerships, get the financing from external partners, and now build a product which is done and ready to the market. Is it the end for being a startup? No. If we want to change the world, we need to always develop. So now what we're going to be focusing, it's still AI, like for most of you guys, but we are pushing AI to a little bit different level, because we are not interested in the AI in the IoT, which is great, but I know that other company can do it better. But AI is for us object identification. So imagine to our typical user case study. We are going to the building, if it's the office space or if it's a skyscraper or the airport, we scan it in hours, and then we make one-click analyze. So we know this is a chair, this is a sofa, this is a blind, this is like a HVAC system, this is a security camera, and then trying to connect it with the asset management library from IBM Maximo or KNX ecosystem through all of these endpoints that we can connect directly to the building. And second one, it's AR. So this is not AI, but AR, augmented reality, which means is that now this data from the building, we are pushing straight to your cell phone, to the camera in your tablet to actually maintain, but also visualize your data. So in this moment, we are showing here how we are, for example, servicing the printer. It can be any other system in your office if something is broken. So we navigate you to that point. Then you get a data about in the live data from your sensors, what's happening with it. And if the service is needed, then we can make you a small marks, like for example, here, open that hatch, then change that server. So this is where we are going to give you everything in like a single sort of true box, digital box about your facility, which has your building management systems, asset management systems, and IoT connected into one experience. And for that, we secured capital with being in the KNX Startup Program. We got visibility, we built a partnership, and I think this is our story. Now we need to start making money, and this is where we need to change the table and become a KNX partner on the commercial basis. And this is where we are ready for, thanks to the KNX, thanks to the you, Jesus, management, and thanks to the program.
Wow, Marek, that was a masterclass of startups. I'm so thankful. We are so thankful for Simlab, all the energy that you have put into this. You really you've shown the light to many other startups. You show them the path. Seriously, I'm gonna cut this video and I'm gonna put it for all the new startups onboarding. This is how you do it. You really haven't stopped a day, and we are really amazed with your energy. But everything you said is totally on point. How you build the confidence, how you show your brand, how you partner, how you find the ways to go into the market. Uh, Everything is just a lesson for any startup. So yeah, you are the perfect ambassador for the startup incubator. So I believe you will be forever linked to this program, and we, of course, we to Simlab. So yeah, I can only say thank you, Simlab, for all your energy and your commitment that you have shown to the program. And yeah, looking forward to many more years of
Thank you
success.
very much. And if anybody would like to have any advice or would like to talk, just contact us directly.
Yes. So now I don't want to keep you any longer. Please go out there and make money. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marek. All right. Yeah, that was really nice. I haven't seen these presentations up front. I just know that the people contributing to the year are just giving their best. So I'm really happy what I've seen. I really hope you find the value as well, because that's a real experience of a startup that joined us at the very beginning as a startup in the incubator, and they've been through the whole funnel to success. So looking forward to more startups like that. Thanks, Marek. All right. Yeah, let's go into the next real story. So, also very excited about this one. This picture that you can see here. I showed you a picture earlier on. Was the A-Touch story certifying the first KNX IoT product outside the KNX association. So the first test lab uh, carrying out that IoT certification is Futurasmus. That person on the left top corner that you see there is, I can say, is a friend, because we know each other for I don't know how many years now. Stefan Erasmus is the CEO of a Futurasmus group that also includes the Futurasmus Test Lab. And yeah, our next guest speaker is Stefan Erasmus. So I'm gonna bring him on board. Let me find you here. Hi, uh, Stefan. How are you?
Yes, hello, Jesus. Thank you. Very good. Can you hear me?
Very well.
Perfect.
Welcome to the Startup Summit.
Thank you.
Second real story. Again, we don't want to just show our own PowerPoint with numbers. We bring real people to share real stories, and your story is beautiful because Futurasmus is a service provider of the startup incubator. You have helped startups to certify the first KNX IoT product, which I think is also a great honor for you and for us. But yeah, how do you feel about it?
Yes, yes, really, it is and was an honor to be part of this great program. The KNX Startup program is actually a very good idea to help companies to start with very interesting projects. All of
Hmm.
them, one more interesting than the other. So yes, definitely, I'm honored to be part of this elite group.
Well, thank you. So yeah, please let us know your story with startups, and the stage is yours.
Okay, perfect. So I'll start. I've prepared a small presentation. So Futurasmus KNX Group, we are a group of companies, and one of the companies, as Jesus already said, is the KNX Test Lab, where we can certify KNX products with the interworking standard. And then we have also the wholesaler and the research and development team behind. So we are a proud member of the KNX Startup Incubator initiative by KNX Association, and we really connect experienced players with new KNX developers. It really is it's a great initiative, as Jesus also we've seen uh, with the previous presentation. Really success stories can be made out of this. So our work with A-Touch in Colorado was thanks to this program, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this now. So the first, uh, the hands-on experience. Why this presentation matters? It's a hands-on experience with KNX Startup Incubator. First ever KNX IoT device was certified, and real integration with LoRaWAN devices in KNX. So this also opens the door to many other features, and this is a practical impact, not just theory. So real, what has happened. KNX IoT, the new era of KNX, I would name it. It's the future, I would say. Formerly known as the Point API, now simply KNX IoT, will definitely be one of the very important key factors in the future with KNX. So to have this new communication media, not only with Twisted Pair, but now making it more broader with the IPv6 based spectrum over Wi-Fi, Ethernet, Thread, etc. So this uses the modern protocols CoAP and CBOR, and as you know, it uses the same functional blocks, data points, everything as normal KNX devices. So you can have an ETS application program imported in your ETS and configure the devices as if they were normal KNX devices with Twisted Pair. So it broadens the whole spectrum. I'm not going to bore you with details of KNX IoT. Most of you most probably know what it is and how it works. Just I wanted to give a short introduction. For this to happen, Cascoda played a huge role also in this. We also got to know Cascoda in these events where the KNX startups were, and that obviously is also a very important touch. And A-Touch Winkel, they as was the registered the first KNX IoT device available in the market. And this is the device here. You can see to your right hand side. These are the switches. And that was done together with Cascoda device, which you can see here. Then, okay, here you can see what I'm going to move this a little bit. Yeah, okay. So the KNX TP-IP devices, KNX IoT devices, wireless IP mesh network here, the Twisted Pair you can see here, and the Ethernet cable on the other hand. So making it a total new approach. So let me click on this. So as you can imagine, once in the ETS, you get a new KNX IoT line, and you can configure it. So this is very, very nice. The first the first device is the K4 IoT capacitive switch, and we as Test Lab were honored to be able to do this, but we had to. Okay, first of all, a little bit more about the product. It's an elegant four-button capacitive touch panel, communicates via the Point API, fully web configurable and ideal for modern and smart buildings. Here you can see the picture which Jesus showed earlier, where we were very glad to receive Mr. Simavi in our offices from the KNX Association to help us, because it was really new. Really, when we say it's the first IoT certification, it was really pioneer work where we had to deep dive a little bit into the EITT because some of the tests are still not 100% optimized for IoT devices. So I can imagine that will be very soon 100%. But we had to still dig deep to be able to set up the different steps to do the test. And for that, thank you very much, Mr. Simavi, helped us quite a lot to be able to do the certification. So we had to do some manual steps and help. This obviously also helped improve the internal processes and test scripts. We detected some things which had to be optimized here, optimized there, and laying the foundation for the future tests to be done, IoT tests to be done, KNX IoT tests to be done. So I would say it was a great experience for us. We got to know the KNX IoT standard better. It's also, I think, a good experience for the KNX Association and all new manufacturers who want to use KNX IoT devices. I think we are now a big step further to be able to do this very efficiently. Why it mattered for A-Touch? Okay, for obviously being the first, it's very important. Great publicity for them. First product in the world. They gained trust in the market and visibility that opened new business opportunities for them, and obviously gives them a stronger foundation for their product roadmap in such. So we could usually in the KNX Test Lab, we have huge confidentiality agreements with the manufacturers, not being able to say which devices we certify. But in this case, A-Touch obviously wants us to announce this as much as possible, because obviously for them also it's a great publicity. For us, as a test lab, it's also great publicity for us, obviously, first-hand knowledge of the KNX IoT standard. To get this from Mr. Simavi and the help of the other Cascoda and other people obviously helped us a lot. That shaped the testing protocols for the future also, and the close relationship with the KNX Association. Always we work very, very closely with the KNX Association, and that even narrowed the gap with us. So we are proud to be part of this program, proud to be part of, to be able to do this, to do this test. And it was a very successful story, I would say, for KNX and everybody. So this is the one story. On the other hand, we've got another partnership thanks to this startup program, and that was with the company Alorado. First, we got to see them in Light and Building, then in a couple of trade fairs afterwards, always together with the startup program from KNX Association. And really, this could also be very, very helpful and good for KNX in general. LoRaWAN is a very, very exciting protocol for transmitting long range, low energy sensors, and to have this technology in KNX opens new markets. So it's first of its kind, very strategic for smart cities. Also, if you have smart energy meters, which maybe are in very remote areas, you can use this LoRaWAN devices, or you can have sensors to count people, where maybe without the LoRa technology, maybe it's more difficult to get there. And we in Futurasmus, we have developed our own building management system. It's called Evolution BMS, and the collaboration with Alorado was to integrate the LoRaWAN gateway they have developed into our building management system, so that you don't need additional hardware. Everything in the same building management system then can talk directly, can translate directly the LoRaWAN to the KNX. What makes this so great is that Alorado has most of the different types of sensors of the different brands already integrated, and if they don't have it integrated yet, they can integrate it very fast. So making us the perfect partner with them. We've got an excellent building management system developed over the last 20 years in huge projects all over the world, and they have a new very interesting gateway functionality, whereas they are experts in LoRa technology, and now with KNX, it opens the door to so much more. And so the integration is extremely easy. So you just select the device module. Afterwards, you select the type of sensor you have, the exact type of sensor you have, and then automatically it is registered, and you can see in like a bus monitor the LoRa data sent to over there, and then just link it with the process point. This process point is linked with the KNX data point, and you have it into the KNX world. So you've got the link made between LoRa and KNX. And as I said, this opens new doors, it opens new possibilities, and it's really thanks to this program that we have these contacts, and that we started to work together, and that KNX also benefits from these type of events, because of these type of collaborations, because at the end of the day, having this integrated is great. Also, Alorado made the first KNX IoT router, and that was also a very exciting product. So I wish them all the best for the future, and really it was a great collaboration. This is the real startup support, what real startup support looks like: certification, integration, full life cycle of support, concrete benefits for startups, and KNX ecosystem. Collaboration delivers innovation faster. Incubator projects are already shaping the future. So together with Futurasmus, Alorado, A-Touch, and all the others who will share their story today here, I can just thank the KNX Association and Jesus for making this happen. Okay, great. So real value in working closely with startups. KNX IoT more than just a buzz; it's working. Futurasmus is committed to the support to supporting this ecosystem, and we're looking forward to any next collaboration whatsoever. So please to collaborate with us. Just talk if you want to collaborate with Futurasmus, whether it's with research and development, or as a test lab certifying products, or just whatever. We are there for you, and you can contact us directly. Our contact details you can find in our webpage. And thanks again, Jesus, for making this possible.
Yeah,
That's
thank
what I
you.
wanted to say.
Thank you, Stefan. I appreciate your presentation. You mentioned the story with A-Touch. You even mentioned more stories with newer startups like Alorado, and what you said is true. For example, the announcement of the first KNX IoT router that enables communication between KNX Classic and KNX IoT. the startups are there. They are doing the forefront of innovation in KNX, and that's exactly what we see. The result of that is the first product of this and that in the market, thanks to the startups. But yeah, Stefan, thanks a lot. Also, you mentioned a key word in your presentation, a pioneer work. And this is what we see with our service providers is pioneers helping our startups. So I really thank you for being a pioneer, for onboarding on the incubator with your support and your great experience in KNX. That is huge. And we look forward to seeing more things coming from your side. So once again, thank you, Stefan. Appreciate your participation. And now we
Thanks
go
to you.
to the next. Okay, thanks, Stefan.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much.
Bye.
All right, so we go to the last story. Okay, we are a few minutes behind schedule, but everything looking good. Yeah, so my last story from a real story today. We as an association, we cannot do always everything by ourselves. So that's why we cooperate with other associations. One of the effects of the KNX IoT is that we adopted IPv6 network layers. So now we can see KNX devices that are using IPv6 networks for communication. With no doubt, one of these key players in the IPv6 networks is Thread technology. So we have Ethernet for wire IP communication. We have a Wi-Fi for wireless and star topology. But something that is really important in smart homes and smart buildings is a mesh network. So Thread provides that IPv6 mesh network, and KNX IoT supports Thread. This picture here, well, I was invited to the Thread Group members meeting in Budapest, and I could exchange ideas about the startup incubator with the Thread Group members meeting. And yeah, today, one more story from our ecosystem, a community partner, Thread Group. In this case, we have Thread Group Europe. Josh Bruins is here to provide the last of these real stories with us. I'm going to bring you on stage. There we go. Hi, Josh. How you doing?
Hi, good. Thank you. I
Are you
think.
enjoying this so far?
Oh yeah. It's great. It's very interesting, and for us on the Thread side, startups and incubator programs and stuff like this is highly important. So we try to do some things on our side as well towards these important ecosystem players.
Yes.
And we're very happy to collaborate with you guys on this. And therefore, I think it's good to tell you a little bit the status of where Thread is and what we are doing.
Please. Well, I'm going to bring you on screen. So that's you can go in presentation mode. There we go. That company A-Touch we have mentioned is the perfect example here because they are KNX product, but they use Thread for mesh network, and they are also being awarded by Thread Group, which is a great thing. So yeah, but now I give you stage to share your story about startups in KNX and in Thread.
Okay, super. So first of all, hello everyone. It's great to be here as a partner, let's say, of the KNX Incubator program. I told already that startups and incubators are highly important for us. In many cases, talking about new technology, these category implementers and adopters are more important sometimes than bigger companies because they don't have legacy. They have a new vision. They are very enthusiastic. They don't have any speed bumps on the road in front of them, at least not organization-wise. Of course, there are a lot of other challenges. And from that point of view, I'm very happy to be here and to give you a little bit of feedback on what we are doing with you guys and with the technology and the collaboration which we have with KNX. So just as a kind of starter, Thread is IPv6. It's low power. It's mesh. It's very secure. It's in line with a lot of security regulation stuff. And another important part is that Thread is becoming part of the mobile products. So it's in mobile devices of Apple. So if you talk about iPhones or iPads, it's part of that. And it's also part of mobile products from Google. And there are more companies to follow. So it's a connectivity technology which is built for automation. And you have to see it in the same space operating as Wi-Fi Ethernet or single pair Ethernet. There you have Thread as well. And we believe in a future whereby there are multiple IoT technologies connected to an IP backbone of for example, a building. And that can be Wi-Fi or Ethernet, and of course also Thread. And Thread especially for, let's say, meshing, low power, these type of use cases. I'll give you a very quick update of what we do and where we are. And by doing so, I elaborate a little bit more on what we do with startups, okay? So in this next screen, you see that we are from the more than 200 companies in Europe. We have most of the companies, and not only most of the companies, but also a lot of very important companies like the Schneiders, the Siemenses, the Legrands, the Hagers, etc. So those kind of companies, who are in the pro home and building space, very important. A few snapshots. You see that we have approx 700 certified products. We have already by now more than 220 members. We have 2 times a year in-person meetings. We have 5 liaison partners. So, for example, we work also with CSA and Matter, but we also work with DALI, which is a very important partner, and I think one of the most important partners is KNX. We have a lot of increase of members. Last year we had a 22% increase of members. You can find us at many industry events. We do easily 12 of the bigger events, and besides that we have a lot of local events. We have a website which has a lot of traffic, and last year we had our latest spec release. I'm going to elaborate on that a little bit, or right now. So last year's spec release, as you can see here, is the 1.4 spec release. That is important because many of the non-do-it-yourself companies, companies who are active in the space of smart building, or let's say in the homes where installers provide the installation in the home, they are not stepping into a 1.0 technology often. Yeah, maybe for prototyping or for internal evaluation, but not, let's say, going into the market. So Thread has done a number of spec releases, and we can easily say that by now it is a pretty stable and very complete standard. A very complete standard for doing the things you see on the right side of this visual. So that's our vision. That's the networking solution which we foresee, whereby Ethernet, Wi-Fi, Thread all play a very specific role in a connected end-to-end system, and whereby also KNX is playing a very important role, but even maybe in combination with DALI or something else. And that depends, of course, a little bit on the preference of the application layer in that specific situation. So on the right side, that's the vision which we try to enable. And on the left side, you see a number of last topics which were addressed in the 1.4 spec. And by doing so, this spec became really competitive, complete, and fit for function in the space where it's intended for. This is a slide from the the annual report or something, and this is what we call the Innovation Enabler Award. So that's on the thread side, how we try to motivate startups, to propose what they are intending to do. This is reviewed twice a year, and from that we select companies which we think are important, which have great ideas, and which help to move the standard forward, and also show the interesting thing of the standard which we are pushing, being thread. You see on the right side a judge. It was mentioned already, and I do not need to elaborate too much on that, but A-Touch is also a company which was selected for the Innovation Enabler Program, and that helps them to be visible on the thread website, to use the technology, and we try to give them exposure or help or whatever. So for all these companies and all you kind of companies, and what we try to do in combination with Jesus and with the KNX people is we try to provide help. We try to amplify what they are doing. We try to motivate them to do certain things. We provide support wherever it is needed, and try to give the companies exposure, which help them to sell their products as well. And the other way around is important as well. From you guys, we also learn. So we learn from you what we need for success, and that helps us also to stay compelling. So we love to have these people on board and part of the discussion as well. So here on this next slide, you see, let's say the most important industry collaborations which we have running. I mentioned KNX and I mentioned DALI already. We have also some things with Matter, and of course Thread and Matter do-it-yourself home products. That's kind of starting, whereby you see very interesting announcements. Yesterday I saw an announcement that IKEA is moving over to Thread, and that's a very interesting new development as well, and that they are kind of reconsidering their connectivity strategy, and that they are next to Zigbee type of things. They are moving in Thread, and they go for migration over time. In the professional space, Matter, that will still take a lot of time, and the question is whether that ever can be as successful as things which are done in KNX. But there is on the professional side as well, a collaboration with Matter. But as I say, at this moment, it's fully DALI and KNX. Maybe you don't see that much from DALI, but DALI is doing some pretty big implementations based on thread technology. You have to think of implementations whereby we see hundreds of wireless nodes in buildings, and that business is growing. So I said it already. Pro Home and Building is a very important part for us. And there are lots of reasons why Thread is compelling in comparison to Ethernet wired, or in comparison to Wi-Fi, which has a few other qualities, but also a few disadvantages for some use cases. Thread is getting more and more successful in this space overall because of two important things: flexibility in installation, and flexibility also in relation to the cost, I think, but also simplifying and retrofitting. And retrofitting for the coming years, that's the big thing when we talk about buildings. The relation between new buildings and retrofitting is very different. By far, the majority of the business in the building space is retrofitting. So adjusting the systems which are currently in the buildings and making sure it's there is a higher level of automation. It contributes to more worker convenience. It contributes to saving energy, and so you have many more different reasons why you want to bring in wireless IoT networks. On our website, you can see lots of, let's say, member testimonials and success stories. And I think it's interesting just to know that and to know that, this is there and to check it out. Because it shows also a little bit the proof points of why a lot of important companies are going for this technology. Coming closer to, let's say, the end of this update. First of all, we are very happy with the sponsors of the thread group. Those are all very big companies, and we can say what we want. If we want to make the IoT space happening, we need big tech companies on board as well, and we have them in the board. And they are driving the spec for a big part. But besides that, we have a good number of silicon companies and also a lot of interesting companies like the Osrams, or nowadays it's called Inventronics, the Siemenses, and many others. So keep in mind that this is a group which is far beyond, let's say, initial PowerPoint stage, and the stuff they are pushing out currently is pretty robust and pretty fit for function, and it's backed by a lot of big companies. Besides that, we'd love to have smaller companies on board as well. Come and join and help us to see the light and tell us what you need. So in summary, Thread is logical and well-positioned solution for wireless pro home and building. So when we talk about pro home and building, we mean the home which is helped by installers. And besides that, of course, you have the do-it-yourself space. Personally, I'm more involved in the pro home and building side. And we love to support the KNX Incubator program where needed. So we are all ears, and if you need information or support or whatever, let me know, either via Jesus or via myself. We have a solid European presence. You see here all the bigger companies, who are supporting this, and a lot of them are strong players in Europe. And it helps you also with reducing your risk. Do I do the right things or not with the technology? The spec is secure and ready. The success stories, are very easy, are very nice and useful to check out. You find them on the newsroom, and at the same time, at the resource page on the website, you can download all kinds of interesting stuff. Also in our Innovation Enabler program, we'd like to support you and therefore, become member or participate. Lastly, if you want, you can join us also on October 14th when we have the member meeting in Stockholm. Nice place, nice space, lots of people there. Also a lot of KNX experts there. We can talk about, how to help you to move things forward. And in general, if more information is needed, don't hesitate. Mail me or call me. I'm there to help. Either you contact me straight, or you play it via Jesus. We are in frequent contact, so that's
Yes.
no problem. So thank you. That
Yeah,
concludes
no.
the update.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Definitely, you mentioned the upcoming meeting in Stockholm, which you invited me. So I'm happy to assist. And you also mentioned the Enabler Award that one of our startups have achieved. So I think we are on a great road to success together. So yeah, thank you very much for assisting our startups. Thank you very much for assisting with the technology, and to thank you for help us to grow. So just a pleasure having you, and see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, well, thank you very much to that one. So those are our real experiences. Those are our, yeah, this is our community. So this is them telling you what is happening here. All right, we are 10 minutes behind schedule, but yeah, we are gonna catch up quickly. I know we have startups pitching for the context, so that's happening. Don't worry, that's they are all waiting in the backstage, very excited. We are now first going to share with you some amazing news. So the second part of this event is sharing with you what's happening with KNX, with the Startup Incubator, and how we are enabling a new program around artificial intelligence. I know there's a lot of artificial intelligence everywhere, and you may think, okay, another AI advertising. Far from that. Please stay and listen to this. Yeah, because the AI is a game changer. It's changing the game. And for example, something we've seen before is these voice control artifacts or gadgets. Everything started with Siri in 2009 and eventually becoming an actual hardware product in 2014. And that changed a lot in the spectrum in the smart homes, because until then, everything was based on touch screens. And then after this, the Alexas or the voice control gadgets, yeah, flooded our houses, and a big part of the user interface went through the voice speakers and not through touch screens. Now they complement each other, but that changed the game drastically. But we are experts in changing the game. Actually, we have been doing this for 35 years. This picture is a great icon of the KNS technology, because this is where we come from. 35 years ago, IP was not a big thing, and KNX started as a bus communication cable, a reliable, dedicated network for your smart home, smart building devices. And to date, it's an incredible technological solution. But we have leading in the spectrum of smart homes, smart buildings, because from cable, we've been evolving to other communication mediums. I have here, I was browsing today our KNX journals, and yeah, I found this one. I was looking for it. I think you can see this KNX journal from 2006, and it says KNX goes IP. That is in 2006. We have KNX over IP, which has been very successful. That enable KNX using IP as a backbone to link twisted pair lines, but also to create connectivity between clients and IP interfaces. But we didn't stop there. And in showing how we've been leading this evolution, if you recognize this is an IPv6 header. This is KNX IoT ecosystem, fully IPv6 compatible. Same core values that we know in KNX, interoperability, vendor independent. Now we can do this outside our own physical layers, twisted pair and radio frequency, outside the IPv4, but with native IPv6 networks. And that's what we know what we know as KNX IoT. This brings incredible opportunities because there are already many installations using KNX devices. There are more than 400 million devices installed, and a majority of them are still working. They are producing a plethora of data that can be used to build applications that leverage AI. This is, with no doubt, a path that we are seeing ahead of us. Also, KNX devices, KNX IoT devices over IPv6, they are also can be equipped with AI natively at device level. So we already see startups producing these solutions. And KNX is the perfect solution for leveraging infrastructure for AI. But of course, I said we don't want this to be advertising. We want to really understand what's happening. In conducting a thorough research of what's going on with AI, there is a trend, or there is almost a wish, a dream that is transitioning from artificial intelligence to artificial general intelligence, the famous AGI. In researching about this, we came across this incredible paper, Emotional Theory of Rationality, which it boils down to the importance of emotions in cognitive function of the brain. And a very nice twist to what we understand with AI and how AI can be developed. This paper or research, which is very popular and you can get on Frontiers, has evolved into an actual foundation model, which company behind is the Mindkind. And we are extremely fortunate today that the author of this paper and the CEO of this company, the Mindkind, is joining the incubator as a service provider, and he is here today as a guest speaker. So, from the heart of AGI research to the startup incubator, I am very pleased to bring on board Mario Garces. Hello, welcome.
Hello, Jesus. Nice to meet you. Thanks a lot for the opportunity to share with you today this
Well,
presentation and this space.
the pleasure is ours. Just going into a new program for the startup incubator based on AI and counting on AI experts, people who breathe and live with AI before the AI was a trend. For us, it's an incredible experience. So we already have exchanged some ideas and some communications, and yeah, I'm just so excited about what's coming. But for this reason, we said, well, instead of us talking about AI, let the expert talk about it. So yeah, we will be very pleased if you can share with the audience today what you are working on and what is your vision on the AI and our industry. So I want to bring, you can bring it yourself, I think. Well, I'll bring this for you, and I think you
Yes.
can go ahead.
Okay, thanks a lot, Jesus. And I'm very pleased to share with you all the information about our project that we are trying to bring to life. Um, well, I will start by saying that I am computer scientist. I'm not neuroscientist from the origin. I created my first software company when I was 24. It was a success company. I sold it in 2003. When I sold the company, we had almost 300 different medium and big size companies as customers. I tried to change the field of work, and I tried to go to human development, creating a new consultancy company. But the economic crisis started in 2007 8, and I decided to spend the money and to buy a lot of time and to do what everybody usually does in this situation, that is making basic research in neuroscience. So I started in 2005 to make basic research in neuroscience. The end of that research was the publishing the paper you have talked about previously, the emotional theory of rationality. This is the first paper of a series of research papers that have been working for trying to understand how our brain works and why it works the way it does. As you well said, we have started the company, the Mankind, in 2020. The idea is to use all the knowledge I have accumulated along 15 years of basic research in neuroscience for trying to fill the gap between generative AI, the current one we are using with ChatGPT and Gemini and so, and go the pathway towards the holy grail that is called AGI, or artificial general intelligence. So I'm going to give just a brief summary of the differences we are trying to implement. Well, when we talk about AI, generative AI, what we are using today is mainly based in this basic structure. We are putting big data into deep learning systems. They are managing that information and creating connections and, uh, and the neural networks are finding very interesting patterns. But at the end, they are only statistical models. That's the reason for we not to have today yet fully autonomous cars, or we cannot put AI to control to manage air traffic control or nuclear power plants. The reason is that the current AI, generative AI, have four main limitations. The first one is the black box. Is yes, we know that the neural networks learn a lot of things from the big data we put in them, but we don't know exactly what they learn, and we don't know exactly how they are using that information to provide us with the responses they are generating. Some of the collateral effects of that black box is the black swan, that we also call hallucinations, or the long tails in statistics. That is, that they are capable to find some strange correlations that eventually are going to be presented as real when they are not. Another problem current AI has is that it is not capable to generalize the knowledge it is acquiring, because it doesn't understand concepts. It just understands statistical correlations. So as it hasn't the capacity to manage concepts, it's not going to find causal relationships between concepts, something that living beings, mainly human beings, are more capable to do easily. And the last one is that everybody knows that generative AI needs a lot of data, needs a lot of power, of energy, and needs a lot of computational resources. So these four limitations are the reason for we not to have all those systems that we were talking about previously. What we are trying to do is to put generative AI in the place where it has to be. That is, it has the capability to solve non-critical problems. We cannot trust generative AI. We cannot put critical systems upon it. What we are trying to do is to solve this problem. We have found three main limitations. In this sense, currently we have technical limitations to achieve AGI. The first one is that we don't understand the biological architecture of the brain. We are yet discovering new things about a single neuron, even 100 years after Cajal proposed the neuron theory. The second limitation is technology. Today, we cannot capture all the information that it is run in a living brain while it is processing it. And the third one is that every brain is unique. So we cannot understand just one brain. We need to understand a lot of them to extract a general principle. In that sense, what we are trying to do is work with a very different knowledge that we have had access to, that is subjective experiences. We have been working along those 15 years with a lot of different subjective experiences. They are in the basement upon which we have developed the emotional theory of rationality, and is the heart of the technology that we are now developing. And in a short, what we are trying to do is breaking complexity apart. In that sense, we are not working with big data and complex algorithms, but we are working with a small data and light algorithm. The reason is that we are using a bio-inspired approach. It's like your biological body. It is formed by cells, but not every cell is all the same. Are the same algorithm. All of them have the same DNA, but not all of them are making the same function. The reason is that every single cell is just processing a small part of piece of information, and with that small piece of information is applying the same algorithm to generate a response. What we are trying to do exactly the same. We are working with small pieces of information. Each one is being processed by one and the same algorithm, but the responses are going to be different. And all those responses are going to be shared in a conceptual relational shared space that we call neural graph. And in that way, every process is going to influence itself and all the others in the next iteration. So in that sense, the complexity of the technology we are developing is not in the algorithm, but in the dynamic interaction of small pieces of information being processed by the same and a lot of different parallel algorithms working in a shared space of knowledge. Oh, well, we use some metaphor to compare. And in this case, we are comparing with the biggest companies in the AI field, American, also Chinese companies. All of them have the four problems we have previously talked about, and we are solving all of them. We have not yet achieved AGI, nor anybody has achieved AGI yet upon the point that we know. And what we are trying to do is different from generative AI. Generative AI is like you have some fundamental bricks and you start piling them in a pile. What we are trying to do is using what DeepSeek has demonstrated, that is architecture is the way to achieve AGI. And the reason for architecture is that if you think well, our brain is capable to do all the things that it does with just 20 watts of power. We don't need a nuclear power plant to make some cathedrals, scientific theories, and so. Going on, we are saying that we are not going to substitute generative AI. We are going to complement generative AI. And here you can see that AGI should occupy the space of critical systems where you cannot have any error, or if some error exists, you should be able to resolve without retraining, and you should be able to fully understand all the process of decision making. Well, we have identified some different devices that we are going to be capable to be integrated with, going from video games, chatbots, personal robotics, and any other device like mobile phones or autonomous cars. We have already identified different sectors where this technology could be integrate it, and it's going to add value to the problems they have to face today. We have a transdisciplinary full-time team with different profiles, from electronic engineers to neuroscientists, also psychologists, network systems administrators, and so on. We also have an extended team with some partners, technological partners that we have been working with for the last 5 years. And we are now starting the funding acceleration. We have just opened a bridge round to cover the rest of the 25 year. And we are also going through the due diligence with a venture capital and a public institution here in Spain to get in September, October, an investment of 4 million euros to accelerate the development of AGI. We have been present in different medias. This is the place where we are settled in the north of Spain, in the border with France. This is the heart of the Spanish Pyrenees. And maybe I have some time, Jesus, to present the technology that we are already.
Yes, we can have 3 minutes max. I think we can
Sure.
allocate. Yeah.
Yes. So though we have not yet achieved AGI, what we have found a very interesting technology. No, that's not mine.
Okay. Sorry. You bring it yourself or you share the screen? Yeah.
The other one.
One second.
ETR,
Yeah, I see it
on the
now. I see it. One second. Sorry. Live event. There we go.
Thanks. Just 3 minutes. Though we have not yet achieved AGI, we have found that some of the explorations we have made with going through the technology approaches, we have found that it's worthy itself. So in this sense, we are now starting some pilot projects, including KNX pilot projects with ETR 0.5 technology. It is solving a very important problem open in the AI field, that is the black box problem. We have solved for some very interesting use cases, but it is very transversal. And what we have made is we have found the opportunity to maintain the benefits of the neural networks that are very flexible in identifying patterns between small or not small variables or correlations, and also combining it with the traceability of the decision trees on random forest. We have found a way to combine both things. So it is going to be possible to use this technology in critical systems where you need fully traceable information. It is going to be possible to mix some models trained by separate, and also it is going to include new variables without retraining all the model. So in that sense, it's very flexible to start solving one of the open problems in the AI field. And this is the technology we are now offering as pilot projects to start selling and to bring the company to the next stage of starting sales in 2025. Okay, this is all about my presentation. Thanks a lot to KNX, to Jesus.
Yeah, no, thank you. It's so exciting having you on board to start this new program about AI in the Startup Incubator. Having the people who know, the people who are actually producing the solutions that are used by all the companies mainstream in the AI industry or in the AI world. Yeah, we couldn't be happier. So looking forward to many years of working together. Welcome to the incubator. We will see you hopefully in more events where you can join us as a guest speaker and show us what is the latest. And yeah, we'll keep definitely in touch.
Thanks a lot, and see you soon.
Thanks, Mario. Thanks, Mario. All right. Well, that was really nice. So far, this has been a very complete event of what we have been doing. Our guests talking about the actual experiences and listening to the new ones, which are totally in line with what's happening in the world. That's the Mindkind Mario Garces. So we go into the last part of the event. Few of you maybe really looking forward to this. The startup pitch competition. So now we're gonna bring our speakers on stage just to say hello, and then we're gonna start a 3 minutes. One of our speakers unfortunately cannot connect, but he sent me his video recording, which hopefully I can play in the last position, and we can still enjoy it. He's Bruce from New Zealand, so our startups come from all over the world, and I hope that we can play it and have it as well. So I'm going to now bring Antonio. Hello.
Hello.
I'm going to bring Dirk. Hello. You're muted.
Yes, hello.
Yes, this is now Lucas. Hello.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Sebastian, which is
Hi, everyone.
also... Yeah, and we are missing Bruce, but we are going to play his video. All right. So this is the startup pitch competition. Thank you very much for applying. We got quite a few applications, so you are the final shortlist. I'm not putting pressure, but people are expecting great stuff from you. The way we're going to do this is we are going to start with one of you. I'm going to put you on stage with your presentation, and then I'm going to say, ready, go, and then you have 3 minutes to go ahead, okay? I will do a hard cut after 3 minutes and 15 seconds. So I wish you all the best. This is fun. I've done it myself as well, and it's a lot of fun. I know that it's short time, but this is the essence of a pitch competition. All right, so I'm going to now take you from out of the stage. We are going to keep first Antonio.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to bring your presentation. Let me see, what is yours? Can you tell me the name of your presentation? Is the
KNX is KNX.
Is the intelligent regulation? No.
Is a chatbot.
Yeah, I can't see it right. So there is one ambient context. That's not yours.
Is ISL.
Yeah, but I'm looking in the. Is it being shared right now? Sorry, because right now I have Lucas' screen. I have a TMK pitch, and then I have a ambient context, but I don't see anything. There is one is 250710 KNX. 1 second. If we can, 1 second, audience. This is the live event. We are preparing for this because I can identify the other ones, but not yours, Antonio. Right now, I think there it is. So that's Antonio. Okay, that's yours. Yes. Okay. So yeah, now we can see it. You ready? Are you ready?
Do you see my screen?
Yes, we see your screen. It's in presentation mode. I'm going to remove myself, count 3, and all yours.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I am Antonio Vincenti, founder of ISL, Innovative Energy Systems Lab, and today I am excited to introduce KNX, the KNX AI chat copilot. KNX is an AI-powered chatbot designed to provide expert knowledge on KNX product and set up issues instantly. Over the next few minutes, I show how KNX solves common problem, the technology behind it, and our scaling plan. By the end, you'll understand how KNX saves time and enhances project quality. KNX integrator face for recurring challenges. Fragmented training causes error and lengthy troubleshooting. Slow support means systems stay down when needed most. Limited script skill hinder advanced logic. Shallow ETS knowledge results in inefficient topologies. These issues cost time, reduce profit, and damage trust. KNX was created to solve them. KNX addresses this pain point instantly. Simply ask any question on Android or the web, and KNX provides expert answer. In short, instant, expert-free. KNX query KNX documentation via the OpenAI API. All data is encrypted with only anonymous information stored, ensuring security and privacy. Our roadmap aligned with the KNX AI strategy. 2026 premium support in Italy, offering real-time troubleshooting with dedicated expert system integrator assistance through all live channels. 2027 expanding support across Europe. 2028 global support network. 2029 release of the ETS plugin for KNX integration. KNX is growing rapidly in Italy, reflecting a strong demand and interest. KNX operates on a freemium SaaS model, free tier, unlimited AI Q&A. Pro tier costs €39 a month for 24/7 support. With 20 years in smart building engineering, I am the top-ranked KNX partner in Italy, number 10 in all the world, and a certified energy management expert. We are seeking €250,000 in pre-seed funding, entry into the KNX AI program, and 3 pilot integrators to test KNX in real KNX project. By 2028, we aim to see powered by KNX in every ETS section, cutting commissioning time and optimizing project with AI. Thank you for attention, and I'm available for any question or for to show how KNX works.
Very good. Wow, just on time. Thank you very much. You just took 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Brilliant. I cannot judge here today. I'm just hosting, so I'm not going to say any comments about the pitch competition. We are running a poll at the end of the event for the audience to vote. But Antonio, thank you very much. That's
Okay,
so nice to see the spirit and the idea. So thanks a lot. All right, we are gonna go now with Dirk. Let me bring you to screen. Hello, how are you?
Yes, hello. So that's my first time doing 3 minutes.
It's too long or too short?
Too long. People who know me know that.
Okay, let me bring. You have also
the 250710.
Yeah. So same play. I'm gonna as soon as I remove myself from the screen, you can count 2 seconds, and then you can go ahead. Okay. So good luck.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, I want to talk about shutter control today. We have a controller, a virtual room controller that not only does shutter control, but also light control for human-centric lighting, air quality control, temperature control, glare protection, but today we only talk about this small part, shutter control. Already without AI, we are already industry leading because we do not only do the standard in the market. We also have a very advanced algorithm detection for cloud detection, so that we only need a shutter if sun is coming inside the window. And if it's a cloudy day, then you don't need it, but therefore you need, for example, a very good detection for clouds. And other advanced algorithms we have already, linear algorithms we have already in our system built in and already in use. But there are some limitations for our linear optimizations that won't work with the normal stuff. So that's, for example, if you have complex reflections from other buildings, for example, you have shadow from other buildings or trees. You have sometimes perhaps some configuration errors also. That's all problems you can't solve that easily. Therefore, we have the AI-based solution, and it's completely local. It's a machine learning algorithm. We already tested, and we are using it already in test environments. It's completely automatic, and it's completely GDPR compliant. So you can use it just with our normal KNX device, the OneWork Core. We have a cooperation with a KISH with a Professor Prange and his team, and we have results that have an accuracy larger than 90%. We use the EG Boost as the algorithm, machine learning algorithm. We have the core, and the hardware is there already. The standard stuff is there already, and we are looking for projects together with new partners where we can implement our AI algorithm, completely local and completely into the KNX standard. Just only configuration with a parameter page in the ETS. So it's very easy to use. It's just clicking a checkbox. And now I should be 15 seconds over.
Yes. Brilliant. Thank you. Yeah, I can feel the I can feel the emotions. It's so limited, and you want to say so much, but you did
Yes.
also great. This is the fun of these events is this. So yeah, to convey all this into 3 minutes, but it was really good. So yeah, also like Antonio, thank you very much. Good presentation. And I'm gonna take you out of this stage. And now we're gonna go to Lucas. Okay, Lucas, let me bring you on stage. Hi, Lucas, how you doing?
Great, excited.
Okay, you see the competition there, right? So
yeah, it's exciting.
It's very good. All right. So same procedure. I'm gonna put my stopwatch. I'm gonna disappear, count 2, and you can start. Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Lucas. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Flowaccess. What we do at Flowaccess is we want to transform how the access management market works. We bring connectivity, intelligence, and efficiency to our customers that are mainly operating in the automated access industry. So, for example, elevators, or as I will use during this presentation as an example, automatic door manufacturers. We aim to bring value to directly our customer, obviously, but also to the end user and everyone in between. Thinking about maintenance team, installators, and more. We operate from Barcelona. We've been around publicly since the beginning of the years and have projects around Spain and around Europe. And at the core of a solution is this device that works as an IoT device, but also as a touchscreen panel. So if we focus on that, we call it the smart access. We have 2 categories. The one that is thought for a broader audience, and the one that is thought for the manufacturers. Both of these categories can be connected to the operators of our customers via Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or to be wider, but the big difference is that the Pro version can be integrated to them. So we can get a lot of more information, but also act way more on the devices of our customers. If we focus on the light version, this small device that you see on the screen that is not bigger than a switch that you have at home packs Wi-Fi and Bluetooth module, so that makes it IoT, can work as a switch, comes with integrated passwords, so we can protect the activity on it, and can be even more useful in different contexts with NFC readers and microwave sensor integrated within it. If we focus on the Pro version, it can do everything I said so far, but obviously as it is connected to the operator of a customer, we can get a lot of more information and we display it on the screen. Everything is customizable, so we make a product that adapts to our customers. And if we focus on the big part of this presentation, the connectivity and compatibility, all of our products are natively connected to an application that we provide through Bluetooth. And soon enough, we'll be able to read and write on any KNX system that we're connected to, depending on the project. All of our devices working through the integrated Wi-Fi module can communicate directly on the internet. So all of our customers can have all of our technology directly in their pocket, on their phone, on their computer, or whatever. But the big thing for us, and I'm closing with that, is data. Either if someone is using a door, using our application, or using our device, we collect this information, we push it to the cloud, and we make it smart. And that's where the AI, we integrate AI, because it's not about getting a lot of information, it's about making it useful to the different users and customers we're working with. And that's Fluxus in a nutshell.
Good. Congratulations. Thank you. I believe you all have been rehearsing for the last week to make it 3 minutes. So you are all sexy.
That was tough, but yeah, we made it.
Yeah, I love the speed and the flow. So yeah, thank you very much. It's been also a pleasure having you on the competition. You have already joined the incubator, so also congratulations and welcome. We'll see much more of you in the next months and years. So thanks, Lucas, for participating.
Thank you.
All right, we go to now Sebastian. Let me bring Sebastian on screen. Hi, Sebastian.
Hi.
Have you been rehearsing the whole week?
I have been rehearsing the whole week. Of course. What else would I be doing?
I know. I'm going to bring you a screen. You've seen how your mates have done it. So I'm going to remove myself and you can go all in. So good luck.
Thanks. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Sebastian. I'm the founder of Estada, that is an AI assistant for ETS. One of the biggest hurdles when starting with KNX, and I'm sure many of you will agree with me, is the complexity of the system. Even if you've been in business for years, which we all have been, you can easily spend hours in ETS doing very repetitive work. So what would the world be like if you could just simply tell ETS what it should do, like create a room, call a lobby, add 4 dimmable lights, and have them be controlled by a light switch? That is exactly what Estada enables you to do already today. Our AI assistant understands your intent and translates it into a complete ETS-compatible design. And it fills all the blanks, or it asks questions for clarifications if that's needed. Think about how long that would take you to do in ETS manually. In Estada, it takes around 5 seconds. Even though this is what people often see, beneath the surface is the actual powerful stuff in Estada. Because our mission is to make KNX easier and more accessible to everyone by letting our software and our AI do all the heavy lifting underneath. And for us, the journey starts with making KNX visually intuitive. That means the easiest way for us to symbolize that we want to, for example, switch on a light is have a line connected from a light switch to a light. Our software works exactly like that, but our software also knows that in order for that to work in KNX, we also need a dimming actor. We need 2 physical addresses for the 2 devices, and we need a group address, or better, 2, that are mapped to the correct devices. All this happens automatically when you just draw this connection. By looking at this, we all know KNX communication is fairly simple. The actually complexity arises from the sheer number of connections when you do real projects. And that's exactly what modern AI, as we already heard today, excels in, is understanding and structuring large amounts of data. But Estada goes much deeper than just the topology and the group addresses. We truly want to create value by building a system that deeply understands KNX devices. So we can automatically parameterize them to work in your project. You no longer need to activate a button set its function, go to the communication objects tab, and then manually link any group addresses. You already did that just by drawing that one line. And Astada does it instantly. We believe we don't just make KNX more accessible to newcomers, we also make experts like you all 10 times faster in working in ETS. And we would love everyone to challenge our AI, give us feedback. And if you're a manufacturer that does not yet work with us, we would love to hear from you. Thanks, everyone, and let's be in touch.
Excellent. Wow. Also, great presentation like the other colleagues, and very well done in time. So I appreciate all of you cooperating so nicely with this schedule. Appreciate it. All right. I'll bring you all on screen later at the end. Let me now remove your presentation. I'll see you now in a bit. And the last one, Bruce from New Zealand, he is having issues to connect to the backstage. But as we were moving forward in the event, I told him, please record the video, send it to me, and we can play it. So that he did it, and we managed to do it. So let me see if I can do this, because he bring his...
Hello, and thanks for having me. This is Bruce Trevathan coming from New Zealand. So ambient context. Look, about 8 years ago when we built our own home, we wanted the home to be fully autonomous. We wanted the home to be intelligent so that we didn't have to have light switches and remote control. Some of that frustration that comes from a very fragmented and impersonal type system. And it wasn't really possible at the time. This year it's seen that all of the technology has really culminated to bring this to life, and the timing feels absolutely right. So we've embarked on this journey, and we're looking to remove that frustration and make homes truly intelligent. So this is a layer for it's an AI layer that monitors the behavior in the home and learns, it predicts, and it adapts to your way of living. It's edge computing, so the data stays in the home. There's multiple layers here. We're reading and writing to the KNX bus. We're processing that information to understand how you're living, and we're providing feedback to a mobile device, and we're retrieving other data to augment the environment, such as weather information, traffic information, presence detection, and driving all of this into the rules engine to adapt and make your home more comfortable, more energy efficient. The device itself is a small computing unit, nice and quiet and discreet, has no fan, no moving parts, but it runs a full language model, and it's pretty grunty, and it does all of the processing locally so that your private home automation data does not go to the cloud. It does not leave your property. And we can process this information and provide things like predictive scheduling. We can do energy optimization based on time of day or conditions within the home, or things, maybe your power bill is getting high and you want to start to turn things off to reduce your power bill. It's also very easy to install. We can be capturing data within 30 minutes of install. And so what are the kinds of situations or scenarios that ambient context would bring to life? So let's imagine that it's going to be very cold this evening. Ambient context can look at the forecast and actually preheat the home during the day when it's more efficient to do so. Using the ambient context mobile app, we can detect if there's maybe only one person home, and so we could leave additional lighting on to provide extra security and safety. Maybe you have some guests coming over for dinner and maybe they're staying the night, so we should preheat the bathrooms for the guests so that the environment is more comfortable. And things like having a lower tariff on your electricity means that maybe some things can be operated during those timeframes to reduce your cost. So ambient context takes that contextual awareness and starts to adapt to the way the home operates to make things more comfortable and reduce your costs. Thank you for listening. There's more information on our website.
Okay, well, thanks, Bruce. You made it with the recording. A few seconds more than the colleagues, but we forgive you because you had to rush through the recording to send it over. But I'm happy we had you all 5 on stage. So we're going to run a poll now for the audience to vote the one they like the most. Then we are processing this also with our internal jury. And in a week, we're going to contact the winner. But I must say, you all won already. I know that one person is or one company idea is picked, but you are all fantastic. And yeah, I'm sure you have a great future ahead with your solution and in KNX. Yeah, I'm going to run now a poll, which is on the event. Yeah, Bruce. Yeah, now just your comment. You are in the middle of the night, so you're in New Zealand, 1 a.m. Thanks. Like, really appreciate your effort to be in live with us. I'm gonna run a poll right now, so the audience can vote. If I see how to make it public, yes. 1 second. There we go. So there we go. So we just ran a poll. So our audience, what is your favorite pitch? You'll see the name of the person and the name of the company. So you can vote. So please, dear audience, let us know which one is your favorite one. So I'm going to just continue in the meantime with the final bit. There we go. Well, I want to just 1 second. I don't know why it's taking the whole screen. Yeah. 1 second, please. Cinema mode, no field. There we go. I just want to bring you on screen quickly. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate your participation. You've been great. This is the ultimate. When you want to run an event, you want people to participate, and it's been amazing having you on board. So thanks a lot, and we'll definitely keep in touch for next events and next things in KNX. So thanks all of you. All right.
Thank you for organizing and having us.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for having us.
Pleasure. All right. So the last bit of the presentation, I'm gonna share my screen. Yeah. Well, thank you. Last part, 1 minute to finalize. Startups wanted for hazardous journeys, for uncertain outcomes, fierce competition. Yeah, we have long months of iteration, failure likely, rejection guaranteed in some cases, sleep optional, I'm guaranteed you, unicorn status in case of success. So yeah, you have a link there. You can get that link if you want to find out more about how to onboard the KNX Startup Incubator. And yeah, we are looking for more startups in the AI domain. We are looking forward to to meet you and to get to know more about you. Otherwise, it's been such a great pleasure organizing this with all these guest speakers, the startups pitching, with a nice audience participating. This is recorded, so we're going to make this available also on our YouTube channel. And we have a lot of things ahead. So please read more about the Startup Incubator, more about KNX, and I will see you very soon. I will leave the link also on the chat so if you want to have a look. Thanks.